Welcome back to field number 9, U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford. We're moments away from game time. It'll be Utah versus Tri-State. Utah wearing the green uniforms, Tri-State in black. Tri-State has a combination of players from Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. This course featuring players who will be juniors this year in high school. Among the group, you'll find a couple of guys that maybe have made their college commitments, but most have not at this point. Here at the Baseball Northwest Championships, we've got class of 23, class of 22 over at Harry and David Field, neighboring us. Also have a bracket of teams that will be a part of this year's sophomore class, the class of 2024. Pitchers slated to go for Utah today. We'll have Taj Henry from Mountain Ridge. He'll get the start. We'll also have a look at Nolan Miller. And we'll also have Brandon Bastian as well. For Tri-State, A.J. Hendrickson will draw the start this afternoon. And then Nicholas McDaniel will come on in relief. Expecting first pitch any minute now. Everybody getting situated. Sometimes, depending upon the length of the prior game, it can hold up preparations for the next one. We had a couple of long ones yesterday. Tri-State out taking the field. And again, A.J. Hendrickson will be the starting pitcher for Tri-State. Setting the defense for you, we have Micah Mendolia at first base. Starting at second will be number 23, Lance Anderson. At shortstop will be number 21, Reese Vassar. Over at third base will be number 37, Cooper Jorgensen. Out in left field will be number 30, Cameron Sewell. In center field, number 32, McAdam Evans. Over in right, number 36, Ryan Prescott. Behind the plate will be Caden Rekla wearing number 34. And the starting pitcher once again will be A.J. Hendrickson. We'll have to see how all this plays out. It looks like Utah's got kind of an interesting approach to how they manage their lineups, and this being a tournament, maybe you get a chance to do some things a little bit differently than you would ordinarily during the run of play during a high school baseball season. Leading off is Aiden McMullen. Top of the first. Count even now at 1-1. Anderson winds and fires. Leadoff hitter of the ball game. Swing and a miss. And that will retire McMullen. Second in the order, Davin Pace. right-handed hitter. Standing in against Anderson. Pace from American Fork, Utah, 5'9", 165. One out, top of the first. Pitch goes for a ball. Next offering, swing and a miss. And that'll take care of Pace. 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Billy Bird. Down the right field line. Into foul territory. Tried to make a play on it. Good hustle on the play. Bird, the hitter, 6'2", 200 pounds, from Timpanogos, Utah. Lefty hitter, left-handed pitcher. Anderson comes to the plate, and Anderson strikes out the side. So that'll erase Utah here in the top of the first. And we've got Tri-State coming up after this timeout.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Home half of the first inning, Taj Henry getting ready to pitch for Utah. Henry, right-handed pitcher, 5'11", 185 from Mountain Ridge, Utah. He'll start out today, and then we expect to see Nolan Miller and also Brandon Bastian as the day goes on. For Tri-State, leading off will be Lance Anderson. Henry starts with a strike. Count goes 0-1. Anderson, infielder, 5'8", 145 from Bora, Idaho. Contact made. Ball hit behind second. Shortstop couldn't make a play on it. So we have a runner at first. Lance Anderson playing second base today. Now we have a local guy, Cameron Sewell from South Medford. He's going to be playing the outfield this afternoon, starting out in left. Pitch goes for a ball. It's 1-0. Throw back over to first base. Anderson at least posing a threat to run. Henry comes to the plate. Falls behind. 2-0. Sewell will take on that. Cameron Sewell. He can play the outfield, also plays second base. 5'11", 155 from South Medford. Lefty hitter. Toss over to first, and that one almost got away. Good play by the first baseman, Boston Jacobs. Throw back over to first. Sewell with a hitter's count. And he draws the walk. So now we have runners at first and second. Nobody out. And McCadden Evans, center fielder, comes up to hit. Evans takes for ball one. Runners take their leads. Ooh, that one high and tight. McCadden Evans, number 32, outfielder, right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 180 from Pocatello, Idaho. So this team comprised of, as their name Tri-State suggests, players from Idaho, Washington, and a couple from Oregon. Evans ahead in the count. Henry from the stretch. That pitch will go for a ball, and the count 3-0. And Evans will load up the bases. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Right fielder Ryan Prescott comes up to hit. Little discussion out there on the hill. Taj Henry, today's starting pitcher for Utah. Prescott, lefty hitter, plays first base, outfield, also left-handed pitcher from Willamette up in the Eugene area. That pitch high, it'll go for a ball. Prescott fouls that one off, out of play. Tri-State knocking on the door here in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss, big cut by Prescott. Big out there for Taj Henry. Colton Lindstrom, who will catch later in the game, is just in as a hitter right now. Lindstrom, 5'8", 175 from Nacelle, Washington. One down. Pitch goes for a ball. Henry out of the stretch. Lindstrom leans away. That goes for a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Henry working through a jam here in the bottom of the first with the bases loaded and one out. Contact on the play, goes out for right field, will end up going over the right fielder's head. Run comes around, make that two. 3 runs will score on the double by Colton Lindstrom. So Tri-State capitalizing. And now the hitter, number 21, that's Reese Vassar. Starting the game at shortstop. He'll move over to second in the 4th inning. Bottom one. Runner at second is Lindstrom. Vassar pops this one up. And there's the pitcher, Henry, to record the out. 2 gone in the inning. Runner in scoring position is Lindstrom. And now the hitter is Caden Rekla. Rekla, right-handed hitter out of Middleton, Idaho. Today's starting catcher. Henry out of the stretch. Comes to the plate. That one high. Hit out to center field, base hit. Run coming across is Lindstrom. As Rekla heads down to second. So Rekla with nice, solid contact. Brings another runner home, and now it'll be Cooper Jorgensen, number 37. That pitch high and gets away, and moving up to third will be the runner, Rekla. 2 down. Jorgensen, third baseman, 6 foot 180 out of Hillcrest, Idaho. Swing and a miss. Another cut by Jorgensen. With Breckler, the runner at third. He watches that one go by. Pitch, swing, and a miss. And that will end the inning. Tri-State picks up 4 in the frame. And they lead in the ball game 4-0 after 1 complete. We'll take a timeout and be back with more baseball action for you right here on Table Rock Sports.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Introducing a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford, Field number 9. That is the home to the Baseball Northwest Championships here for 2021. Several fine young high school players getting a chance to appear in front of coaches and scouts. And this, the second day of the tournament, we've seen some pretty good baseball here so far. Bottom of the second will be Tri-State coming up there wearing the black uniforms. I can't imagine on a hot day like this. That's a whole lot of fun. Forecasted high temperature today, 100 degrees, and it looks like it'll just kind of more or less remain so for the duration of the weekend. Micah Mendolia, first baseman, stands in against Henry. Mendolia gets a little underneath that one. Hits a fly ball out to deep left field. Catch is made. One away. Aaron Archibald, designated hitter, stands in to hit. Swing and a miss. Archibald taking the big cut. Here comes Henry to the plate. That pitch called the ball. And Archibald draws the walk. So one down and a runner on for Tri-State. Now we go back to the top of the order with Lance Anderson. Anderson getting the start at second base in this game. Pitch fouled off. Count goes 0-1. Henry out of the stretch. Little ground ball. Throw to second. On to first. And he gets the double play. So a much smoother inning for Utah. And we'll go to the bottom. Actually, we'll go to the top of the third. 4-0 ball game.
Believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Top of the third, Utah comes up to hit, trailing 4-0 in the ball game. Coming up and getting ready to hit, number 29, Austin Taylor from Copper Hills, Utah, 6 foot, 145. First pitch fouled off. That offering called the strike. Taylor behind the count 0-2. That hit just in front of home plate. The throw to first. And the hitter is retired. Now coming up to hit, Aiden McMullen, top of the order, Cypress, Utah, 5'7", 155. Swing and a miss. Oh, Henderson doing a nice job throwing strikes here. That pitch will roll down, foul down the right field line, just down the first base line. So A.J. Hendrickson, solid here today, and in the driver's seat. That'll be popped up out of play. Ground ball, hit down to first. Play made unassisted. So Hendrickson sailing so far in the third. Davin Pace up, a middle infielder that also pitches from American Fork, Utah. 5'9", 165. Looks at that pitch low. Gets some wood on the ball. Hits it out to center field. And the catch is made. That'll retire Utah in the top of the third. Tri-State still on top, 4-0. We'll take a timeout and be back with more baseball here on TableRockSports.net.
Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
We have a new pitcher in the ball game. In the bottom of the third, For Utah, Nolan Miller, right-hander, 6'2", 175, out of Salem Hills. Nice to see as the day has gone on. It looks like we're having a little more success with our center field camera. Gives you a nice view of the pitcher and catcher. Miller completing his warm-ups. So Henry, the starter, went for a pair of innings. Had a couple of tough spots, but also pretty good command of his pitches. Some good hitting by Tri-State. Speaking of Tri-State, coming up the hit will be number 30, Cameron Sewell. Sewell standing in against Miller, the new pitcher. Pop up on the infield. Third baseman there to make a play, and that'll retire Sewell for out number 1. That'll bring up McCadden Evans. Evans starting in center field. He'll move over to left. Then Sewell, who we just saw, will move to center. We've seen this practice quite a bit in this tournament. And a little bouncing ball out to right field, line drive just over the infield. Evans is on with a single. With one down. Ryan Prescott playing right field is up. First pitch called a strike, 0-1 with one down. Miller out of the stretch, swing and a miss. Looks over at the runner at first. Miller comes to the plate. Ground ball behind first base. They get the lead runner. Prescott gets on the fielder's choice. Two down. Colton Lindstrom, who hit a 3-run double in the first, is now up at the plate. Getting his first look at the relief pitcher, Miller. Throw over to first. Prescott Gets underneath the tag. That pitch low. 1-0 the count. Reese Vassar on deck. Miller comes to the plate. Lindstrom ahead of the count. 2-0. Pitch called a strike. Lindstrom looks at a ball. We've got the count at 3-1. Miller looking over his shoulders. The runner Prescott at first. And Lindstrom draws the walk. So runners at first and second. 2 down. Reese Vassar, who will move over to second base from shortstop in the next inning, is up to hit. First pitch called strike. Pitch gets away from the catcher, and that'll move the runners up. So now runners at second and third with 2 out. And Vassar with the opportunity to build on his team's 4-0 lead. That pitch called the ball. Vassar hits the ground ball. Throw takes the first baseman off the bag. Runner will come in to score. It's a 5-0 ball game with runners at the corners. Lindstrom at third. And Vassar at first. Hitter now is Caden Rekla. Miller comes to the plate. Pitch called for a ball. Runner will take off. Swiping second, Reese Vassar. So now 2 runners in scoring position. for the hitter, Caden Reckla. That pitch in the dirt. So Miller in some trouble here in the bottom of the third. He comes to the plate, and Reckla draws the walk. So now bases loaded with 2 down, and Cooper Jorgensen, the third baseman, will come up to hit. Got a breeze blowing in here from the east. Trying to blow my fan over. Called strike. To Jorgensen. Pitch. Ball is the call. Miller swing and a miss. Strike 2. That pitch is low. According to my count, the count is now full at 3-2. With the bases loaded. Big pitch coming here. Bouncing ball to short. Throw over to first is in time. And that will end the inning. Tri-State leading Utah in the ball game 5-0. We'll take a timeout and be back with more action on TableRockSports.net.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, Dwyer! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Top of the fourth, Billy Bird, the hitter for Utah. Bird, big left-hander, 6'2", 200 pounds, out of Timpanogos. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Well, we'll go with that for now. 4-point student. Hendrickson, the pitcher. Bird flies out to center as Sewell makes the catch. One down. And the hitter is Gavin Schoonover. 6'1", 160, middle infielder from American Fork, Utah. Swing and a miss. Hendrickson making quick work of Utah today as Boston Jacobs, first baseman, 5'11", 175 from Bingham, Utah. Temperature right now, 93 degrees. I think we're just a wee skosh cooler than we were yesterday. Hendrickson comes to the plate. Jacobs. That's called a strike. Jacobs. Hits it foul down the third base way. That one in the dirt. Or really in the composition, if you will. Even the red here, that's not clay. That is turf. And Boston, Jacobs hits it right down the middle for a base hit. So runner on first now with two gone. And Easton Gunn, the catcher, is up. That pitch low. Count 1-0. Utah yet to score in this game. As we're in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Hendrickson. Gets Gunn swinging. Count now 1-2. With that offering, the count now goes even at 2-2. That's a ball. Gunn works a full count at 3-2. Bouncing ball, throw to second. Out recorded. And that will end the Utah threat as we move to the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-0 Tri-State. We'll be back after this quick timeout on TableRockSports.net. Nolan Miller will remain on the hill for Utah. Miller wearing number 17. So now at the bottom of the fourth, you'll see some changes in the field. For example, for Utah, we have number 4 over at first base. See if I can't quickly track that down. That's Billy Bird. And Davin Pace over at second base. Chase Hansen coming up to hit. Miller comes to the plate. That's a ball. Count 1-1. Jim McCoy here along with Jonathan McCrary and Johnny McCoy. Bouncing ball. Throw across the infield. And Hansen is out. McCrary said, "What a throw," and I concur. Got some good zip on it. So that'll retire Hansen in his first at-bat of the game. And now coming up will be wait a minute, that's Hansen over there up the bat. Not sure what I missed there, but there's Hansen up at the plate. A little check swing there. Ground ball, shortstop to first, and Hansen is out. Aaron Archibald looks at the first pitch. 1-0. Big cut there by Aaron. Archibald, 6 foot, 195. From Rigby, Idaho. There's a strike call. Archibald hanging tough with the pitcher Nolan Miller. Swing and a miss. That'll make for 2 outs in the inning. As we go to the top of the order for Tri-State with Lance Anderson. First pitch high. Anderson ahead in the count, 2-0. 5-0 ball game. Tri-State in the black uniforms leading this ball game. That hit out of play. Strike, the call. That'll even up the count with 2 outs. Miller. Swing and a miss. Nothing ball game. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this.
As the president of Southern Oregon University, I want you to know that you are welcome here on our lovely campus.
Hi, my name is Marjorie Trueblood Gamble, and I'm the Director of Diversity and Inclusion here at Southern Oregon University. We want you to know you are welcome here.
I'm Susan Walsh, Provost at Southern Oregon University, and you are welcome here.
Du bist hier willkommen. You are welcome here.
Yokoso.
Tu és bem-vindo aqui.
SOU 欢迎你. तपाईहरुलाई यहाँ स्वागत छ.
You are welcome here.
أنتم مرحبون هنا.
欢迎来到美国南俄勒冈州立大学.
ยินดีต้อนรับ.
You are welcome here.
Chào mừng bạn đến đây.
You are welcome here.
New pitcher into the ball game for Tri-State. Nicholas McDaniel. McDaniel also plays the outfield, 6'2", 145 out of Owyhee, Idaho. On in relief of Hendrickson, who had a really nice, solid outing. Now we go to the top of the 5th for Utah. First pitch called a strike. McDaniel, very slender. Count evens up now at 1-1. Austin Taylor, the hitter. Fly ball hit out to left field. Evans makes the catch. 1 away. 1 up, 1 down for the new pitcher in the ball game. Now hitting is Nolan Miller. We've seen what he can do on the hill, and now we'll see what he can do at the plate. Strike, the call. That pitch out of the strike zone. Miller ahead of McDaniel, 2-1. Nolan Miller, the hitter, with the advantage on a 3-1 count. Bouncing ball. Goes foul. Count full. And 3-2. Bouncing ball. Throw over to first. In time. 2 down. Now for Utah, Cade Nolder. And he hits one out to center field, base hit. Nolder, 5'10", 175 out of Jordan, Utah. He can catch, he can play third, he can play the outfield. So a runner on first with 2 down. McDaniel comes to the plate. First pitch is a ball. McDaniel, that one low. Hitters count now. Runner at first. Nolder with 2 down. That pitch low. And drawing the walk is Ryder Robinson, 5'11", 145 out of American Fork, Utah. So runners at first and second with 2 down. McDaniel in his first inning of work. A little bit of a challenge here. That pitch low. And the runners will move up. Nadler turned around third and slipped as he was about 5 steps off of third, but quickly gets back to his feet. Now we have runners at second and third with 2 out. Looks like we got Caden Hodson up there. Hodson, 6'1", 190 from Lone Peak, Utah. Ground ball, bouncing ball, thrown across the infield. And he digs it out in time. That will end things for Utah in the top of the 5th. Remains a 5-0 ball game. We'll be back right after this quick timeout.
Saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
Coming on in relief, third pitcher of the day for Utah. That is number 3, Brandon Bastian. Bastian, 6'1", 145, out of Thule, Utah. You'll see what he can do here in the bottom of the 5th against Tri-State. Cameron Sewell, the South Medford product. Shown very good patience at the plate. And has drawn a pair of walks today. Sewell hits that one into right field, base hit. So Sewell gets on with nobody out. And that will bring up McCadden Evans from Pocatello, Idaho. Evans ahead in the count. Sewell with the lead off of first. Throw over. Sewell is a threat to steal. Bastian. Bouncing ball. That goes out of play. Nothing ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. Throw over to first. Nothing much happening there. Bastian comes to the plate. Line drive. Base hit. Sewell thought about making a run for home, but he'll wisely hold up. Now we have runners at second and third with nobody out. Evans with the double. Sewell now the runner at third. Ryan Prescott, the big left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Prescott. Base hit to center. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Now it's a 7-0 ball game. Up to hit, Colton Lindstrom. That pitch in the dirt. Throw over to first. Little courtesy toss. Bouncing ball. Pitcher has a little bit of trouble with it, but gathers it in time to make the throw to first. 1 down. As Prescott goes down to second. Now up the bat, Reese Vassar. Vassar with the ground ball. And there's 2 down. Caden Reckla up the bat now. Pitch high for ball 1. Line drive out to left field, base hit for Reckla. Coming around to score is Prescott. Reckla got a little hung up. Looked like he might have lost his footing for a moment. Almost looked like he was going to slip and fall, but manages to get back to first. And he delivers the RBI as Prescott comes around to score. So now it's an 8-0 ball game. First pitch, a ball to Cooper Jorgensen, third baseman. Pitch in the dirt. Catcher does a nice job of keeping it in front of him. Jorgensen awaits the pitch. Fly ball out to center field. And he makes the catch. That'll wrap things up for Tri-State in the bottom of the 5th. They extend their lead to 8-0. We'll be back with the top of the 6th right after this timeout.
A parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. you have made a bad choice.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
McDaniel warming up for the top of the sixth. Tri-State, McDaniel's team, on top in this ball game by a score of 8-0. McDaniel, the pitcher, up against the lefty hitter. First pitch. Bouncing ball to center field, base hit. That's Chet Wilson. 6'1", 165 out of Wasatch, Utah. His first at-bat of the day. Fly ball out to center field. Catch is made. That was Jake Olson, the hitter. He jumped right on that first one and promptly flies out. First pitch is a ball. Nolan Miller up at the dish. Throw over to first. Not in time. Throw back over to first. Trying to keep the runner honest. Wilson. Pitch fouled off by Nolan Miller out of Salem Hills. McDaniel comes to the plate. The runner is off. And Wilson takes second. So runner in scoring position with one out as Utah tries to get on the board here late in the game. Swing and a miss. That takes care of Miller. And that'll bring up Cade Nalder out of Jordan, Utah. 2 gone on the inning with a runner in scoring position over at second base. Pitch low for a ball. Count goes 1-0. McDaniel. comes to the plate, working against Nalder. Breeze continuing to blow in from the east. Strike called. Bouncing ball, throw across the infield. And it gets away from the first baseman. So Wilson comes around and makes it an 8-1 ball game. Hitter is Ryder Robinson. We've got a runner at second with 2 out. McDaniel comes to the plate. That pitch fouled back. McDaniel can't get that one over. McDaniel out of the stretch. Comes to the plate. Pitch fouled wide of third. Base hit to center field. Nalder to come around to score. Robinson. The ball going all the way back to the backstop. He'll make his way to third. So another run scores for Utah. Making a little noise here in the top of the 6th. McDaniel. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch evens it up at 1-1. Called strike as McDaniel goes ahead in the count against Caden Hodson. Hodson, a wide stance. And they strike him out. Utah puts a couple of runs on the board. They trail in the game 8-2. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth right after this timeout.
As the president of Southern Oregon University, I want you to know that you are welcome here on our lovely campus.
Hi, my name is Marjorie Trueblood Gamble, and I'm the Director of Diversity and Inclusion here at Southern Oregon University. We want you to know you are welcome here.
I'm Susan Walsh, Provost at Southern Oregon University, and you are welcome here.
Du bist hier willkommen. You are welcome here.
열어서. Tu és bem-vindo aqui.
SOU 欢迎你. तपाईँहरूलाई यहाँ स्वागत छ.
You are welcome here.
أنتم مرحبون هنا.
欢迎来到美国南俄勒冈州立大学。
ยินดีต้อนรับ
You are welcome here.
Chào mừng bạn đến đây.
You are welcome here.
Bastion getting ready to go to work here in the bottom of the sixth against Chase Hansen. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Hansen thinking about giving that one a ride. Hansen pops it up, and a nice catch there made by the Utah center fielder. Nope, he didn't hang on. I take that back, and Hansen, the runner on first. Good hustle, but couldn't quite come up with it. Now it's Aaron Archibald up to hit. With Hansen, the runner on first, nobody out. That pitch goes high. Hansen just kind of put that in no man's land. Archibald takes the walk down to first. We have a pair of runners on with nobody out. Bottom six. Tri-State with a 6-run lead. First pitch high. Bastion. Comes to the plate. And now it's Lance Anderson ahead in the count. Anderson, the right-handed stick. Fouls this one off. That one a little close for comfort. That ball in the dirt. Ball hit out to left field. Anderson gone. And that'll bring up Cameron Sewell. Bastian comes to the plate. Sewell gets out ahead, 1-0. Bastian hits it out to left center field, and he makes the catch. That completes the bottom of the sixth. Utah with one more opportunity. We'll see what they do right after this. Top of the seventh. Utah trailing in the ball game with one more opportunity. Glad to be here with you, bringing you the action. Jim McCoy here on the mic. Jonathan McCreary and Johnny McCoy on the cameras. McDaniel continues to work in relief of Hendrickson. Ball fouled. Right down the third baseline, right in front of the Tri-State dugout. And he makes the catch. One down. We've got Jake Olson, right-handed hitter. This one fouled out of the play over on our side. Got two more games coming your way today on the schedule. Olson, the hitter from Lehigh, Utah. 5'11", 145, fouls that one off. Count now even. 2-2 with one out. Olson against McDaniel, the lefty pitcher. Ground ball. And he's out. Utah down to their last out. And it's Nolan Miller, who was the second pitcher of the day out of Salem Hills. Ground ball up the middle. Throw over to first. Is in time, and that is your ball game. Your final score. Tri-State 8, Utah 2. For Jonathan McCrary and for Johnny McCoy, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining us. We'll take a little break, and then we've got more baseball coming up here on Table Rock Sports.